Hi everyone, welcome back to Tiny Talent Art Studio. Today we're going to draw this cool little ninja. What you're going to need is a pencil and eraser. You're going to need a black marker. You're going to need something to color with, and you're going to need a piece of paper. All right, are we all set? Great, let's get started. First, we're going to start by drawing the shape of the ninja's face. So, I'm going to draw a line down like that. And then a line up over his nose and back around and up again. All right. Now we can do his eyes in there. He's gonna have very swoopy eyes. So this top part's like this, and the same here. Okay. And then like this, and back around. Okay. If you'd like to draw the highlight in, if you don't have a white paint marker, that's fine. Otherwise, a paint marker is very cheap, and it's a great thing to have in your art box. All right, let's keep going. Next we're gonna do his headband. So it's gonna start just about to the left of there, and it's overlapping. We're gonna swerve about there, okay? You see that line? And then we're gonna curve it a bit, and curve it a bit on this side as well, okay? And then we want to follow that line back around. Okay? Now let's do the top part of his head. So just a little bit in between the eye and this part, that's your line there, okay? And it's just a little mound, a little hill. Okay, follow that line around and meet it there. Good job. Okay, now we can do the little strings on his to make him look like he has a headband on. Just one. And two like that. Great job. Now let's do the bottom part of his face. It's gonna, remember that's the same line, so follow it down to make it even, and the same on this side, okay? And it's more squared. The bottom of his face is more squared, okay? So it's just like this. And follow your pencil around. All right. So the bottom of his face is a bit like that. All right, good job. Just a little bit out from the part of his head. So if you follow your pencil down and then move out just a little tiny bit, that's the start of your line. And I want the other line to go, follow this line down and come in a little bit, okay? And I want it to go about there. So you're gonna swoop, okay, right? Just like that. Let me know when you have that line. Okay. We're just going to do a little design here, just under the eye. If you want to bring your pencil down and do a design like that, and like that. That's the front part of his shirt. And then bring this back that way like that. Okay, I'll let you catch up. Good job. All right, now let's keep going. So I want to do another part. This is his arm up here. So it's going to go from about here. So if you want to come down from the middle of the eye down, that's your line. Okay, and then we're going to go to about the middle of his face here. So that's the line there, and that's the line there. You're going to swoop up, okay? That's his kind of armpit. Okay. And just remember, don't use your pencil very hard. You want to be able to erase. This is sketching, and then you outline after. Good job. Now let's do his hand. He's holding a sword. So this is just below his eye here and above this part, follow across, okay? And I want to kind of curve up a little bit and then bring it across, okay? Because this is the top part of his arm. Now you're not going to bring it very far. About there is good. And then this line, there's going to be another line here, and it's going to follow that line, okay? Now his hand is just going down. It's going to be holding a sword. Okay, and it's curved under like that. back around. And the top part of his hand's curving as well, just like that. It's gonna curve in, and his hand's gonna be like that. Great job. Now the top part of his sword, everyone knows what a sword looks like, so it's just a shape just across like this, and just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna go up to close to the top of the page, bring it all the way down. You wanna bring the sword out a little bit. And then the top of the sword, we're gonna curve down like that and bring down. Good job. And then the bottom part of his sword comes down a little bit, just a tiny bit, just to about there, and it curves under like this, okay? And then the bottom part goes around like a circle, see that way? And then down, down, and then see that still curve? You want to follow the same curve. Now let's add some lines on this to make it look like leather, like his sword. Good job. Everyone's doing so good that you followed along so far. All right, let's keep going into his arm on this side, okay? So I want to do another line here. It's just a small one. It's just going to about there, okay? And from here to there. All right. Follow this line here, okay? Because it's kind of, his body's kind of going this way. So if you follow this line and bring it down to about there, and then curve that line and back down like that. That's going to be his other hand. And then from the middle of there, you go down. Good job. And then curve that up. Great job. Everyone's doing so good. Now we just want to draw his hand here, okay? This was the fun part. So his hand's kind of on the ground. One finger. These are splayed a little bit. Splayed means to have your fingers like this. Just splay them out. Now, let's keep going. We're going to draw the bottom part of his leg here, okay? So, between here and here, but just a little bit lower, we're going to go, that's the bottom of the line, okay? And it's just going to swoop around. You ready? He's on the ground. See this line? Put your dot there. You're going to swoop it just to about there, okay? Like that. All right? So see how they're just about there? That's how you know. Then we're going to take this line just about here, okay? And we're going to bring it around and then wrap it under. That's going to be his leg. I would say come from this line down. All right, and we're going to wrap it. Okay, hold on. Let me neaten that up a little bit so you can see the lines. So from that line to that line, around. Now his little foot is underneath and it's bent a little bit. So it's gonna go like this and then it's gonna curve because it's bent. His foot is bent underneath, just like that. You see that? That's starting to take shape. Then he has little shoelaces, so you can put little laces in his shoes later. All right, now lastly, we're gonna do his other foot. It's hidden behind here, all right? So just above this line, bring your pencil up and curve back down, just like that. And then just do the top part of his shoe. A little workout boot on. And then just like this, and bring it back just above his, make sure it's not below because it's behind his hand, so you have to have it a little bit behind there. And do his laces. All right, that ninja looks so cute. I hope you like him. Let's outline him. Make sure to be very careful not to smudge, and take your time. And after you're done, when you're erasing the lines, don't rub hard, and make sure your ink dries also first. All right, that's our ninja outline. Let's color him in. I'll be showing you step by step on the screen what colors I'll be using. You can use any colors that you have at home, though they'll work just fine. All right, let's get coloring. Great, that's our really cool ninja done. You did such a good job following me today. I'll see you next time on Tiny Talent Art Studio. Bye!